Dr. Fogelschneider, first off, why is May the month for better speech and hearing?
Well, I'll tell you, we have to have a way of building awareness about the importance of speech and language development and how we can also help adults who are maybe suffering from any type of hearing loss or speech and language delays as well, caused by accidents or strokes, things of that nature.
How many people here in the U.S. suffer from some type of speech or language disorder?
Well, we think about like 46 million, probably more than that, but at least 46 million or more suffer from speech and language disorders and hearing as well, hearing disorders.
So what are some of the warning signs, Dr. Fogelschneider, to look out for people who do have some type of a hearing or speech disorder?
Well, I think we first have to look at starting off with the very young child. If we're thinking about children first, we're thinking about the early intervention programs that are available if children have delays. So we're looking at, are they making eye contact? Are they responding? Do they have a back and forth communication system they're setting up? Even if they're not speaking yet in words when they're young, do they have sounds that they're making? Are they trying to imitate? We're looking at people that if there's a hearing loss, perhaps they don't respond if their name is called, or they may have to put the television on or whatever they're watching very loudly, so they're not really hearing the lower sounds. We can see people, if they're adults in maybe a restaurant, when they're having difficulty following conversations. These are some of the symptoms, as well as just feeling depressed and lonely when you're having a hearing loss. Many times you isolate yourself, you get away from others. And then we have other developmental issues with children that might have stuttering behaviors, where they repeat sounds or repeat words, or have little nervous twitches or tics as they're trying to speak. So when we look at this Speech and Language and Hearing Month, we're looking at all the different types of communication disorders. We're looking at the language development, thinking, cognition. We're looking at speech itself with what sounds are being spoken. We're looking at how we're forming words together and how we're hearing and also processing information.
And if someone does think they have some type of a disorder, or if their loved one does, what do they need to do?
Well, it's very important to get intervention quickly and early. If you're looking at a child, we have early intervention programs actually from birth to 3 years of age, and they have different regional centers. This one in our community is the Inland Regional Center, and so parents can contact that. If we're looking at children in a school age setting or preschool setting, elementary schools have speech and language pathologists on staff, and families can go to their school district and ask for their child to be tested. If we're looking at the older child, that they too are in the school setting, we have audiologists that are in school settings, as well as in private practice, in hospitals, in clinics. So there's ways of testing your hearing as well, not just in a school setting, but for older people or people that don't want to be in a school setting, they want to go outside of that. There are private clinics that do that. And it's really important to take a look at audiologists, speech and language pathologists. Those are the folks that would be looking at primarily these types of disorders.
Dr. Fogelschneider, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.